Hello. I want to talk a little bit more about the outcomes of the recent elections across the country. And I came across an interesting post on the X platform. And this gentleman, Michael Flynn Jr., I believe he is the son of General Michael Flynn. Okay. So he makes a few points I'd like to comment on. Talks about the Democrats had a sweeping victory. They won nearly every election, and it's voter fatigue in the Republican Party. I disagree. It's not fatigue with voting or the voters. It's fatigue with lack of action. It's fatigue with lack of substantive change. It is fatigue with doing nothing in the Congress and squandering the opportunity that is available right now to make sure that when the Democrats get back in charge, and they will, that they don't just steamroll out on a mission of vengeance and retribution. It'll make the last administration look like nothing happened. So I disagree with him on that. So he let's see, he talks a little bit about the elections being a referendum on the current political climate. I agree with that. Republicans took a shellacking in every area, but I don't even think they put up a real honest effort, tell you the truth. They put up candidates that were, I would say, marginal as far as winning potential goes. But yeah, I just don't think they had a very good choices of candidates. All right. Now he's talking in the second point here. He doesn't blame POTUS, but he really wants to wake those up around him who are slow playing his agenda and giving him terrible advice. Agree completely. There are people who are not moving their tails. They have lost their sense of urgency. The shock and awe that the administration came in with in the first 90 days to 6 months was amazing. And that has fallen off. And people around the president, I think, have gotten comfortable. They're starting to believe their own success. And he has some terrible people around him, awful people, weak people, incompetent people. I was so excited about this new administration, and it's starting to look more and more like Celebrity Apprentice in some areas. A couple of his guys and ladies are doing a great job. Tulsi Gabbard, fantastic. Pete Hegseth's been awesome at the DOW now. And Marco Rubio at State, excellent. A lot of the other ones, maybe a little bit lackluster, and I'm sure there are a bunch of other folks that are failing spectacularly. So, all right. Accountability. No big name arrests. Oversold on the front end. Shouldn't have made all those assertions, and now they haven't delivered. People are seeing it as either a failure or that they're going back on their word. No one's held accountable yet. Same thing. A lot of smack talk on the front end, not a lot of delivering on the back end. Foreign influence on our government still prevails. I think that's pretty true. I think you have a lot of foreign lobbies. You have a lot of countries that have interest in influencing the so-called leaders in our Congress and across our government. In my previous life in the government, we used to look for this type of activity as counterintelligence type of matters and then deal with it accordingly. I don't know what they're doing now, but I don't see a lot of overt effort to discourage that type of influence. Gaslit with stats from the FBI and DOJ. Yeah, a little bit overexposure, I think, from the DOJ and FBI. A lot of actually way too much social media posting. You can't govern FBI and DOJ operations from the internet and from social media. I think it's been a strategic and tactical set of errors by the leadership in both organizations. I don't like it. Bring us results. Bring us expected outcomes. Take criminals off the street and do it in a way that is the way of the silent professional. I don't need a box score every day of self-congratulatory nonsense. Do the job. Be silent. Be effective. Be professional. So concur there. Majorities in the House and Senate for what? They are worthless, weak, just cowards. They won't do anything. They have the authority to do things. They haven't done one thing that I find to be substantive since they took power. And I think they all secretly still hate the president. So they're willing to let things slow roll and slow walk. They haven't done a damn thing. And we're coming up to the midterms. And I think the Republicans are going to take a beating because they just have not delivered. Again, the mortal sin, oversell, underdeliver, completely agree. So I'm looking at this and I agree with the last statement. If they don't get their act together, the midterms are going to come. The Democrats will take back either the House and or the Senate. And the rest of the Trump presidency will be a string of impeachments and all kinds of infighting and policy boat anchors, and nothing will happen for 2 years except for the government eating itself alive. Not good. And we have to do better. The American people deserve better.